No right, Ryan. None whatsoever to look past anybody in this league. And that's the message I gave to the guys. This team is just as talented as we are. And, we have no right to look forward to Miami, Indiana, past, whoever. So our guys approached it that way. They came in and played, took care of business, but we have no right. We haven't done anything yet.
Coach, you guys had a good first half, shot the ball well, defense was good, but you only had a 3-point lead. What did you say at halftime? I mean, the third quarter was terrific.
The thing about it, I was upset with our defense. We gave up 20 points in transition defense, wasn't getting back, wasn't executing our plans we had for their fast break to get people in the right position. We weren't there, and that was the whole thing. And we started to do that the third quarter, did a better job. And again, 29 assists, that was huge. We got the ball moving and stopped. The ball had stopped in the second quarter a little bit, and of course at the end of the game, but the ball was zinging around and we got it moving.
How much do you talk to the guys about that and they see it? I mean, the ball movement, just what it creates and the easy looks for guys like Terrence in the corner, Patrick, all of those easy looks through ball movement.
I think it's addictive. They see the results of it. When you do get the ball, find the weak side, the second pass out of the trap is always there. And we start trusting that and getting that. But again, our attention to detail in the third quarter was huge. And we weren't doing that in the first half. And that's what I was upset about at halftime. The guys came out, played in the third quarter, and got it done.
Patrick spoke the other day about that comfort level that he has, knowing his role, knowing when he'll be in the game and how much he's going to play. Are you sensing that with him now?
He is. I mean, he's done a heck of a job of coming in, quarterbacking, did a good job of what we call short rolling to the free throw line and then making decisions out of that, knocking down shots. The main thing, too, was his defense. He did a much better job in the third quarter, his second stint in defensively, because I thought the first half we didn't do a good job on Nene. And the next time around we did.
Jonas, a little bit of a tough night. It fouls and just things didn't go his way, but he was grinding.
He was grinding. He got out of sorts. He got the technical that kind of messed him up a little bit and got him wobbly, and that bothered him. And so he was in. And then Patrick stepped in, next man up. Patrick stepped in, did his job, did a heck of a job. Jonas is going to have nights like that. He's still young, and that's why I've said he and Terrence are nowhere near where they're going to be. But they're not what they used to be. So they're coming along, and again, tonight should be a learning experience for him.
And who talks to him about that? I'm sure the coaching staff does. Do any of the vets in there pull him aside and say, hey, kid?
I'm sure they will. But the coaching staff watch hours and hours of film with Jonas, work with him extensively. Our coaches do a heck of a job with he and Terrence and spend a lot of time with him on film, and so that shows. But again, he's going to have nights like that because he's a young kid, and Terrence is going to be the same way. But luckily, Terrence came in the first half and really knocked down some big shots, kind of opened it up for us.
You never get too high or too low, Coach. But looking at this even keel approach, you've got to feel good heading into Miami on 5 straight wins.
Well, you feel good, but again, I'm telling you this, and I mean it. I know what the marathon's all about. I've been in it too many years and seen it too many times to get too excited or too low. And I'm going to be the same way. We lose 5 in a row, win 5 in a row. You have to be in this league because it can turn around and just knock you in your butt, and that's what I've got to get these guys to do, because that's our next step, is to be able to stand prosperity. And we didn't do it at the end of the game. I was upset about that. We had a 26-point lead and squandered it away. So now we got to learn to live with prosperity, not read what's in the press, 5 games. I don't care. We got to play basketball the right way, do the right things, and take care of business.
For fans who don't follow the NBA really closely, your team is not full of a lot of high-profile people. What is it about your team that's
they're playing the game the right way. They're playing together, 29 assists. They're trusting each other. There's nobody that has the ego that thinks they got to have X number of shots. Come out of the game when your rotation's there, go in, one guy's down, next guy picks him up. Everybody's cheering for each other. So I think the word team is really important for us, and we got to play. If we don't do what we have to do as a team, offensively and defensively, you see what happened there in the fourth quarter. We lose a big lead. So we got to continue to play as a team, play together, because like you said, we're not going to out-talent too many teams right now. We don't have the Hall of Famers right now yet. Hopefully some of the guys develop into a Hall of Famer, but right now we don't have them.
But as a coach, what does it mean for you to see that kind of production and have the guys playing the game the right way?
I've been in it a long time, since 79. How many years is that? In college and pro, I've seen everything. So I'm happy for our guys. It's gratifying teaching-wise. But again, I do understand this is a process, and I'm continuing to preach that. Nobody's going to get me off that mark. We're in it. We're still building, and we're not there yet. And so I understand where we are, and I've been on both sides of the ball.
Most you've seen from Chuck in game since the trade. How do you do from a conditioning
He
standpoint?
did. He was a little tired, Josh. He's a little winded, hadn't played in a while. Again, opportunity, and he's taking advantage of it. He came in, held his own in the post, held Nene from getting deep in the post, which was what we needed with his strength. But again, he made some quarterback plays offensively in the first half, but just he'll get used to his conditioning from a conditioning standpoint. You pay your light bill, Jonesy?
DC,
Power outage.
government.
Oh, don't say that now. That's cold. That's